And we welcome everyone to the WABA Game of the Week. Should be a good one today. The 0-3 Spice at home in search of their first win of the season. They'll clash against the 1-3 Atlanta Angels inside Louisiana Christian Academy. Rich Quinones courtside. Spice, as I mentioned, will be looking not only for their first win of the season, but also their first home win. The Angels coming off a very tough 115-36 loss to the Lady Cougars. So we'll see how the new look Spice play it out this afternoon. We'll flash up the starting lineups as well, respectively. Spice wearing their home whites. Angels coming in their road dark unis. And take a look at the Angels starting lineup as well. While we have a moment, let's give you the keys to the game. I think for Louisiana, you got to get a little spicy today. You have to allow your playmakers, give them the green light. Christina Young, Brown, let them go. Also have to get the lead, put the pressure on Atlanta, who's shorthanded, and they need to weather the early storm. Young pulls the trigger. Count it. That's a good start. That's exactly what they need. I mentioned Christina Young, a player to watch during today's contest. Let's see. They give it inside. That's a good look off the glass. Nice bucket. Collins, soft touch. Young over to Jones. She'll be able to create. Back over to Brown. Stutter stepped in traffic. Throws the contact. No call. Angels want to push it, moving left to right. Long three opposite end. That's off the mark. Spice had it, and they want to run. Nice entry pass off the trailer. Excellent job. Jones, a recipient of the Brown assist. Quick lead for the Spice. Spice come in, and they've had just issues against teams that have length and size. And you see Atlanta, good two-man game right there off the pick and roll. They can't convert it, though. But I think if you're the Spice, you like what you've seen even in some of these losses. Fortuitous bounce. Williams, who gets the nod today, cleans up the glass. Easy deuce. Atlanta's offense, they've had some issues. Only 36 points last week in a game that they were thoroughly embarrassed. I expect the effort to be there this afternoon. Tough off balance, shot with the left hand. I believe Brown, all she can do is commit the foul. I believe that's Collins. She'll go to the line. Look for Collins, too. I mean, if you can get that double-double, 15 and 10 from Collins, they're going to have an opportunity to win this game. I think these teams, they've struggled mightily offensively. They've struggled when it comes to rebounding and working the glass. It's going to come down to the guards for the Spice today. I mean, this should be a Young, Brown, Ava Jones type of day where if they can get 15, 20, 25 plus from one of those players respectively, then they're going to have a really good opportunity to win this game, especially if they can get into the fourth quarter with a lead. Busy week 4 in the WABA. Very intriguing matchup as well on the road. I-95, as we like to say. Richmond and Maryland. Got some teams looking to stay red hot and undefeated as well. That's the trick. Go to the line, try to knock down your shots from the charity stripe. There's also some winless teams trying to get a W. Some teams already earlier today, due to unfortunate circumstances, had a forfeit, a couple games on the docket. We'll give you some updates as well at the half. So 10-7, 3-point lead early on. Early stages of this first quarter for the Spice. The first rattles in and out. You go back to those 2 losses earlier this season for the Spice against Mississippi. They just were not able to handle their own against the glass. And we see right there they do a good job of the box out, but unfortunately Williams can't convert. Angels want to push it. That is a real tough move in traffic. Count it. Gillespie. Gorgeous spin move. Got it to drop. Long skip pass. Brown thought about it. Kicks it back out to Jones. Wants to put it on the floor. Off balance left-handed shot. That doesn't drop. She wanted to contact. Doesn't get the call. Collins almost loses it. Regains it. Long skip pass. Doesn't drop. And now the Spice get her across that timeline quickly. Good weak side help. 11-7. It's a 4-point lead for Louisiana early on in this first quarter. Remember, these games fly by. Quarter's last 10 minutes, you have the second rule where you have to get the ball across the timeline within 7 seconds. You've got the red light opportunity. If you get that turnover in the opposition end of the floor, 2 can become a 3. A 3 can become a 4 as well. They want these games to go fast, and they want these offenses to have an opportunity to put up some points. Another look inside, drop-off, handoff. Excellent job. Collins again with the dish. Young now. She draws that contact. She knows exactly how to maneuver her body in the lane and draw that contact and get the whistle. 6-point cushion for the Spice. Young goes to the line. She just gives you not only the energy that you're looking for, but she can bring the ball up the floor. She can go right to the basket. She can dish off and drop off. She's a very good shooter. Once she's in rhythm, she has a very quick release. But I had an opportunity to speak with her earlier this week, and I think she's going to put the ball on the floor a lot today. And if the shot is there and it's not contested, she's going to do some damage today. Look for Young to have a big game. Working the interior one more time. Why not? That's a real nice move, but Collins couldn't convert. Shielded her body. Drop off. Jones. Count it! Ava Jones with the left-handed stroke for the trifecta. That's a good sign. Got 3 balls dropping early for the Spice. Collins now. They go right back inside once more. Defensively, can't ask for a better effort right there from Williams. Gillespie just made him pay. Got the visitors bounce. Jones kick out. Young. Got the flicker with the wrist. Left it short. And the Angels moving it now. There's that hustle play we talked about. And Young draws the contact. And she'll get the foul. Excellent job, Christina Young. Nice lead for the Spice, playing very inspired basketball midway through this first quarter. That being said, media timeout. 6:36 to go in the first. The Spice lead it 17-13. We'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll step aside. All right, Spice lead it by 4, 17-13. Under 6 and change to go. Louisiana, a couple teams, including Louisiana, looking for their first win of the season. It's so tough to get that first one. You have a sense and sigh relief after you finally get it. Blaze, one of those teams I mentioned, looking for the first one of the season as well. They take on Midwest Sound. Skip pass. Tough shot, off balance, and in traffic. Count that one. That dropped home. Offense humming a little bit early on for the Spice. Off balance shot by Lowe. That doesn't drop. Left it short. But you see, I mentioned that 7 seconds. Watch how fast. Young just pushes. Kick out. Long three. That doesn't drop. I think that was Walker. Oh, my goodness. Well, that's going to cause Coach Rick Woods to get up. Young, Cardinal sin. Found the jump shooter. Angels go to line for 2. Keona Lowe steps to the charity stripe. Those are the fouls that we talked about even a couple weeks ago. When you haven't won and you've had some struggles defensively and you're still trying to figure things out, those are the fouls that will drive a coach absolutely batting. Remember, the Spice, they're the new look Spice, right? They've got some different players. Jones, count it, with a 3 in rhythm. So they're adding a couple different players, and I haven't even mentioned, no Deja McKinney. We haven't seen her for the last several weeks. So this is a team that it's kind of a mash unit they're trying to assemble and keep it together, and I think Coach Woods is doing an excellent job. Young, try to go back outside. Why not? Another 3. Count it. Ava Jones, back-to-back 3. Catch and shoot. Silky smooth by the lefty. 6 quickies. See how they swarm and they converge? Much better job of the Spice clogging up the lane. That's going to go the other way. So a good job right there. So a couple of really strong defensive possessions that were lacking in weeks 1 and 2 and 3. And now we're starting to see the defense come together a little bit early on in this first quarter. Doesn't drop to Brown. See how fast they get? Right on their spot. It's a really good job. Lowe gives it back inside. That's a really good job one more time. Just assertiveness defensively, and you're seeing it. They have a little more spring to their step this afternoon. Young, quick release. Count it! Young, my goodness, didn't even hesitate. Pulled the trigger. Christina Young feeling it right now, along with Ava Jones and Brown. Probably their best first quarter of the season for the Spice. Off-balance shot, call on the floor. But offensively, very efficient early on this afternoon for the Louisiana Spice. And decisive, too. And they're going to take some of these shots. If Atlanta's not contesting these shots, Louisiana's got players that can knock it down. Interior pass. They'll double one more time. Kick out, byline, extend it. That doesn't drop. And off the rebound, loose ball. Keep it right on the floor in this end. And conversely, for Atlanta, you've got some players that can get you 10, 15, 18 points. They had a battle in that game, let's be honest. When you lose a game in which the opposition scores well over 100 and you score 36 offensively, defensively, your morale is shot. It really is. I mean, that's a tough pill to swallow. And that's why when you look at their lineup, even though they're going a little thin, Jones thought about it, wants to put it on the floor, floater, draws a contact, that doesn't fall, but that's what Ava Jones does best. One of the best putting it on the floor in the league, drawing the contact, she'll step to the line for two. But as I finish my point on Atlanta, because they're such a thin team, they need some of their bigs to get involved in that offense, and they're trying to establish a presence in the paint, in the low block. And that's the smart, prudent game plan. You know you've got the size. You have to take advantage of it. And I think Collins is going to be a big part of whether Atlanta wins or loses this game today. 1 of 2 for Jones. Knocked down a couple threes in this first quarter, along with Young. Brown assertive. Drop off. You see right there, they have players that are just cutting right to the basket. A little thought about it once you pull it out with Young on her. Shot clock winding down. Angels got to get going. Long three. Off the mark one more time. Tipped around. Atlanta has it. And they'll throw it out of bounds. So that's a costly turnover off the miss. They worked so hard to get the offensive rebound. They can't convert. We're closing in on one of the books here. Young, stutter step. Such a very quick release. You got to get a hand and face guard her. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. That's a good entry pass. Might have gotten away with a travel, but there's no call. But Collins had position right there, and she couldn't convert. But it was right there. As I mentioned, very busy weekend in the WABA. Today's contest, and then you'll see Sunday's contest as well. We always encourage everyone, get social with us. Women'sABA.com, IG at Women's ABA, YouTube channel. You'll see the link. We always put it in the show notes as well. Multiple opportunities. Angels trying to work way too hard underneath the basket. And the Spice come away with it. They want to run. They've got numbers. Step back three. Count it again. Oh, their best shooting performance of the first quarter of the season for Louisiana. Outstanding job thus far. Offensively, they are just humming along right now. Lead it by 11, under 56 seconds to go. Second time out of the first quarter. So under a minute to go and a nice lead of 11 by the Spice. Shot starts dropping like that, their confidence just continues to build and build and build. And that's what you're looking for, because they haven't had a lot to hang their hat on early on this season, but they're fighting, they're scratching, they're clawing, and they're due. And Mississippi's a really good team. You look at Mississippi, they started the season 2-0. They dropped 2 straight. They're trying to get their sea legs back as well. But they have owned the Spice in their last 2 meetings, and they'll get a crack at them Sunday afternoon. Don't forget, during the week, you can join me with WABA Whip Around the fast-paced look at the weekend action in the WABA, including updates, recaps, and previews. We also spotlight players. We enjoy having them on the show as well. Closing in late in the first quarter. Long, look at that, outlet pass. We'll come back the other way for the Angels. They've got some numbers. Oh, nice dump off and drop. Count the bucket. Really nice drop off. Young with the whip pass inside. Talked about the offense for the Angels, weathering the early storm, and to their credit, they've done it. And then conversely for the Spice, they needed to allow Young to be assertive. Her shot started to drop a little bit, but Jones had a couple big threes. Brown with a couple of big buckets. As I mentioned, probably their best quarter offensively of the season. And defensively, they've done a really nice job of ratcheting it up down on the low block. I mean, again, you can't teach height. They don't have it because they're predominantly a guard-heavy team, but a very good start in this one. And this is great momentum. You want to take that confidence and momentum. You want to bridge it and build into the second quarter of action. And it's so difficult when you have a roster that's evolving and changing and not consistent and a lack of practice time. So as I mentioned, a good first quarter for both teams respectively. Got a long last gas right there. Well short. And that is how the first quarter of action is going to end. The Spice lead it 31-23. One quarter in the books. We'll step aside. Second quarter coming up right after this.